Hey guys, this is Live for Music, otherwise known as Olivia, on Shining Nikki. I'm here with the first guide I'm coming out with on YouTube. So just a note in the beginning is that this is going to be a part of a Shining Nikki guide series. The concept is kind of the first part in this series just because it's one of the easier things to explain for me, and it is something that confuses a lot of people, or at least I've seen that in my experience. So one of the topics that's caused a lot of people to be confused, at least in the communities I'm in, is concepts and, how to level them up, what do they do. This video is going to be covering how to promote concepts. That's what the game calls it, but basically that just means how to level up your concepts, and you can also upgrade their skills. So that's what I'm covering in this video. There was just too much material on concepts, so I did have to split it up. So the next video will be about merging and a few other things related to that, and I'll have other videos as well about other things like reflections, how to progress in the stages, the Stylist Academy, all that kind of stuff. There will be other videos on those, but for now, I'm just covering the concept. So yeah, without further ado, let's get into it. Basically, they operate similarly to reflections in the sense where you can level them up as well. And you can also, there's something called deepening them, which is basically upgrading their skill, whatever their specific skill is. So the way you level it up is you would just click on so I'll click on this one. Click on the concept card, you'll click upgrade. Sometimes upgrade will be grayed out. So I usually just click quick upgrade, this little brownish button down here. And then you just, you would click the plus button, and it will let you, if you have enough materials, I don't right now, but when you do have enough materials, it will auto use, concept cards and these materials here to upgrade your concept. And you'll just do that as many times as it lets you, and with the amount of gold you have to use. So that's pretty much leveling up your concepts. The other thing you can do is deepening your concept. So what this deepening thing is it's basically just like upgrading the skills that this concept card has. So I'm going to go to a concept, sorry, I keep saying reflection, concept. I'm going to go to a concept that I have a duplicate of. Let me see if I can find one. Okay, here we go. So this concept card here, Nikki's World 2. You can see here on the Deepen tab that, there's these concept crystals. Okay, cool, whatever. But there's also a duplicate reflection that says Nikki's World 2 here, right? And it says 0 out of 1. So in this section, you can upgrade the skills. So this Nikki's World 2 concept, it says it increases glamour surge chance by 20%. So that's the skill that this concept card has. And you can see there's a second one here in the top that says core skill 2. Raises basic shining moment score by, and it doesn't tell you exactly, but it increases it by 7% actually, it says here. So the reason why this second skill is locked is because you have to level up the concept card to a certain point in order to unlock this second skill. So usually it's at level 25, that level cap. Once you've gotten it to the level cap, then that second skill will unlock. And every time you deepen the concept card, it basically upgrades both of those skills, or whichever skills are unlocked. So if I chose to deepen this concept card now, what I would do is I would click this duplicate down here, and it would say 1 out of 1, because I only have one duplicate. And then I would click deepen. I'm not going to do it right now, but yeah, I would click deepen, and it would, as of right now, it would only increase the stats of the core skill 1. As you can see, it will go from 20% to 24%. And it still says 7% to 8% for the second core skill, but that won't come into effect until I reach that level cap for this concept card. And it says down there in red exactly that. It says when concept reaches level 25, which is the level cap, core skill 2 is unlocked. And then that bonus and that upgrade to that skill will come into effect. So as I said, I'm not going to do it right now, but that's what you would do when you get duplicates of these concept cards. And you can do that for any of the concepts, right? But obviously focus on the more rare concept cards, so SSRs and URs. At the beginning, you might not have any UR or SSR concepts, so you'll focus on just upgrading the SR ones probably. Rs are okay as well. You can, if you don't have many concept cards, obviously just focus on the ones that you do have, but as you get more rare ones, then, shift focus to those ones, basically. The only other thing I'll mention is that, okay, so let's say you're kind of like me. I did this when I first started playing, and you kind of messed up when you were leveling up your reflections. Let's say you kind of put your resources into the wrong ones, or let's say that, you started off mostly having R reflections, so you leveled up an R one. Let's see, I'll go to one of mine that I did that for. Mine. And look, so let's say this cool R concept card. You'll see I leveled it up to level. Wait, let me go back. I leveled it up to level. What level is this? Level 16. It says. So, at the beginning when I first started the game, that's why I leveled this up to level 16, because this was one of the only concept cards I had for the blue attribute, right? But obviously now I have UR cards, so I don't really need this R concept anymore, right? Like, I don't need it to be at level 16 or whatever anymore, right? So if I want to get back those resources, or at least some of those resources that I poured into this card originally, you can click this level reset button at the top right. And what it does is, you see, it'll go from level 16 to level 1 if I click level reset. Now, you have to use diamonds to do this, so just be careful. If you're not a paying player, you might want to reserve your diamonds and not really use it for something like this. But if you are a paying player, it might be beneficial to do this. I actually did it for a few concept cards just because I wanted to pour those resources into a better card instead of wasting it on like an R concept card. So you can just click level reset. It will take the 10 diamonds and it shows you how many materials you'll get back. So I would get 36 of those like kind of level up materials, and I would get almost like 26,000 gold back, which is pretty good. And so you can get those resources back, and then you can pour those into like the more rarer, like the UR or the SSR concept cards that you have, which is a really great feature. And I love that they have that, because like sometimes you don't have really high concept cards at the beginning for obvious reasons, and then later on you find out like, oh man, I wish I like could have used those resources for like the better stuff, and now you can with this feature. So that's really cool. I mean, because of the diamond requirement, I don't really use it too often, but if like, let's say that you like maxed out an R level concept, and later on you get like an SSR one, use that feature and try to get those resources back and put it into the SSR one. It'll help you in the long run. And I mean, it is only 10 diamonds. Like 10 diamonds is not going to break your stash, right? So, try to use that whenever you feel the need to and when it makes sense, but, don't go out of your way to use that level reset button. It's just kind of there for certain scenarios. Okay, so that's pretty much it for the how-to aspect for concepts. Now we're going to jump straight into the strategy aspect and how you should go about leveling up your concepts and kind of that area. For concepts, let's see. So right now I'm focusing on upgrading my concepts that are for the attributes that are in the diamond arena right now, just because I want to maintain my diamond arena rank right now, as I'm ranked number 13 as of now. So right now in the diamond arena, it's blue, pink, and purple, the attributes right now. So cool, always forget what pink is, and sexy is purple. So I'm trying to upgrade the concepts that are of those attributes. So what I'm doing right now, so I'll go to blue first, and you'll see I have some UR level rarities, which is the highest rarity available in the game, concept cards. So what I'm doing is I'm focusing on those, obviously, because they're the most powerful, but also because those UR concept cards are being featured in the diamond arena right now. So that's going to help raise my diamond arena score, which is what my goal is right now. So I'm going to go to low ends, UR. So I can go to the first one here, but because it's level 25, as you can see,
the upgrade button is grayed out, which means that I've maxed out his level for that concept, and I can't raise the level anymore. So I can't do quick upgrade. It won't let me. So yeah, so basically most concepts max out at level 25. So just keep that in mind. You're going to want to try to make your concept cards to level 25, especially like any UR ones you have or the SSR ones you have. So I'm trying to make Yuka's pink concept card. I'm trying to make that level 25, but I don't have enough materials to upgrade her right now. But yeah, so there's different strategies you can choose for concepts. If you care about your Diamond Arena rank like me, try to prioritize leveling up those ones, right? The ones for the attributes that are in the Diamond Arena during that week. If you don't really care about Diamond Arena, then just upgrade the concepts that are the highest rarity, so URs and SSRs. Otherwise, other than that, try to make sure you have concept cards, at least one high level concept card for each attribute, so it's like the same thing as the reflections, right? Hey guys, this is Future Olivia here. Just jumping in because I forgot to mention this point for the strategies regarding how you're going to level up your concepts and stuff like that. So one thing I didn't mention, and that's kind of important, is that you might want to actually have a few concept cards that are of a certain level, like maybe 2 or 3 at least, for each style attribute. And the reason for that is because your reflections are leveled up a certain amount, you'll be able to equip more concept cards for each of your reflections. So once you've gotten to that point, you'll know, because when you level up your reflection, it will tell you that you've unlocked more concept card spots. So if you're at that stage, then definitely try to kind of balance out your leveling up strategy for your concept cards, right? You might not want to focus on just like one per style attribute, but the strategy I mentioned before was mostly for people who are like just starting out. And who don't really have many concept cards, or not as much as me. So if you're at the stage that I'm at, then definitely try to, spread out those level up materials for your concept cards. But if you're not there yet, then you can just use the strategy I talked about before. Yeah, so that's pretty much everything to do with concepts, how to level them up, upgrading the skills, and like the strategies related to all that. Shining Nikki is a really complicated game, especially when you're comparing it to Love Nikki. So yeah, that's why I'm making these guides, to kind of help you guys out. So I'll definitely be making more guide videos about other topics. There's going to be a part 2 for this concept one about merging concepts together, that mechanic. And there'll also be other topics like reflections, how to level those up, the best strategies for that, awakening reflections, and some of the other features in the game like Stylist Academy, stuff like that, because I know there's a lot of confusion about those things as well. So this video took a long time for me to edit, way longer than I expected. It's my first video that's like this on YouTube. I usually do song covers. If you're interested, you can check that out on my channel. But yeah, so it was a little bit challenging for me this time. So I've gotten a little bit used to the editing process for these kind of videos, so I'll hope to get those other guide videos up by hopefully like next week. I'm busy this weekend, but yeah, so if there's any other topics that you're really confused about still, or things that you would just like more clarity on, feel free to put them in the comments below. So thanks so much for watching again, and if you made it to the end, that's amazing. Yeah, and if you know anyone who would be able to get help from this video, feel free to share it. That's why I made the video in the first place. But yeah, hope you guys have a great day, and thanks again for watching.